Alright, shalom, shalom, everybody. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all, I love the Father. Like, no, I really, really love the Father. With everything in me, my whole being, my spirit, mind, body, and soul. My mind is His. My body is His. You understand me? My words are His. Everything about me belongs to Him because I love Him with all my heart. And I just want y'all to know that. Now, to the video. You nations. I'm about to list them all off to you. Okay? Everything y'all dealing with right now. I'm about to list it all off to you. And this is scattered abroad throughout the world. You may have a few of them. You may have all of them. You may have whatever. But I'm about to tell you the 10 plagues that y'all dealing with right now. And you got more coming. But these are the initial ones. Where after the 10th one, the liberation will start. But I'm going to tell you like this. You already under all 10 of them. And I'm about to list them all to you. Hear me out. Number 1. Okay? Sorrow from much need. Okay? Sorrow from much need. So y'all in need. All nations are in need. Okay? Even America from her debt. And there's in the sorrow from all that need. That liberation, that whatever, even to satisfy your lustful passion, the need to satisfy your lustful passions. All of y'all out there suffering from sorrow, from much need, but the nations are taking the whole impact of all the suffering of the people in it and on itself as a whole. Okay? That's number 1. And you can look already around the world and find out every nation is in sorrow from much need. Okay? The second one, fiery conflagration of the cities. Okay? The uproars and the destructions throughout the cities. You know, nations are suffering from that all over the world. Okay? Y'all need to hear this. Because this is how you know you need to go ahead on and get ready to start repenting, because this thing is getting ready to go down. Okay, number 3, destruction by pestilence among cattle. Okay, and this is something y'all dealing with. I mean, it's not even pestilence, but drought and sicknesses. You got zombie deer out there right now. You know, cattle dropping and falling, you know, even from the storms and stuff like that. So the cattle is suffering right now. And that's number 3. So we're going to go to number 4, famine of the world of their generation. Okay? In this generation, there's great famine throughout the world, you know. Suffer famines in Africa and famines in Palestine and famines all over the world. People are hungry right now. You know, you can barely feed people. You know, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. Okay, that's number 4. Number 5. Among the rulers, destructions by earthquakes and by the sword. Okay, so as you can see, nations are at war right now. They're under earthquakes right now. You know, nations are suffering through war and earthquakes right now as we speak. Okay, so every one of these I'm getting ready to list, y'all gonna find out every single one of them are on your backs or on your heads. Okay, let's see, number 6. Okay, increase of hail and snow. As you can see, the hailstones are larger than basketballs now. You know, baseballs now. You know, they're even killing people out there. Y'all can find out that all of these things is exactly what's going on right now. I'm trying to help y'all. I'm telling y'all what y'all suffering, and the only way to appease that is to give or to the people of God, you know, to and receive knowledge of God from the people of God. And in scriptures it says 10 men are gonna take hold of one man, you know, grab his shirt saying, aren't you the one who walks with God? Teach us his ways. People are gonna be crying out to be taught the ways of God. You understand me? 7 women are going to take hold of one man saying, you know, let us have your last name. You know, we'll take care of ourselves. We'll pay our own bills. We'll wear our own clothes, feed ourselves. You know what I mean? You ain't got to worry about us. That's what women going to be crying out. You know, taking hold of one man trying to do that, you know? So you got to understand what's happening right now, and these are the times, and I'm trying to tell you what your best bet of liberation is gonna be, people, because this is getting ready to increase until the pain is too great, and you all are in travail. It's gonna just simply increase. Okay, let's see here. Increase of number 7. Okay, wild beasts will be their grave. Okay, so you got to understand this, people. As you can see, there's wild beasts coming out of the forest, in a sense, killing people. You know, all over the world it's happening. That's been happening for a long time. You know, so we got random events of that happening even at the zoos. You know, so you know, I don't even have to prove to you that's something that you all are suffering. Okay. And let's see, number 8, pestilence and hunger will change their will change their destruction. You know, what the pestilence and hunger changes your destruction, which means instead of you, because pestilence and hunger is a destruction of you yourself. But that destruction that's within the hungry and the poor, you know, in the disease ridden, these things are gonna literally be redirected to that individual getting so angry with the leaders and with the rulers that all out civil war is just gonna break out in every single country. You know, where people are gonna be hurting people just to try to get a bite to eat. You know, in pestilence, you know, doctors, you gonna get it if you're not, you know, giving people that prescription and things like that. So, you know, it's about to get real wild out here, you know, and stuff like that is already happening, you know. So the 9th is execution by the sword and flight in distress. You know, as you can see, migration is happening everywhere. You know, immigration is happening everywhere. You know, you got refugees fleeing from countries talking about their leaders are bad, all this other stuff. That's all happening. And then even protesters being shot down. You know, all this stuff is already happening all over the world. You know, and as you can see, the very last one, you know, even this is happening because there's been videos of noise, strange noises coming from outer space and things of that nature, and noises in the sky that people can't even explain, you know. But you got the 10th one, which is thunder, voices, and destroying earthquakes. Okay, so we already know that, you know, the shaking of the earth is you know, I know they want to tell you what the cause of earthquakes are. You know, tectonic plates shifting and stuff like that. But I'm going to tell you like this. The earth shakes because a voice was spoken there powerful enough to shake it. And everywhere you see an earthquake happening, a judgment was spoken over your country. And y'all don't even realize that. You know, for the voice of the Lord goes through and shakes the entire earth. You understand? Y'all can't hear it because we, you know, obviously it's either too high or too low for human eyes to hear. But the voice of the Lord is speaking throughout the earth, casting judgment throughout the earth. And the earth is shaking up on account of the voice of the Lord passing through. Y'all, and y'all can't even see it. But here's the thing. All those things are upon your head. And a lot of y'all trying to figure out what this Antichrist is. You know, a lot of y'all out there looking and waiting for a means, a point where you can push the button. And I'm trying to tell you to push the button right now. You know, because a lot of y'all sitting out here thinking that, oh, I can go as far as I want in my sin. I'm telling you, stop your sin right now. You know, and go on ahead and turn my life around. You know, I'm trying to tell y'all, stop sinning. Y'all don't want to hear me. Y'all want to wait to the point to where you can push the button and start screaming and kicking and hollering and trying to come back to the kingdom because you think you got the turn. Because you think you have the ability. But the Most High knows your heart. He already knows that you intended to play him for a fool until that moment that it came. And that's why he's doing everything to catch you all by surprise. You know, when you think things are natural disaster, the Most High just used your hand to cloak his actions, to cloak the deeds of his hands. You know, the moment you spilled oil, he amplified it and made sure that oil did some destruction beyond what it was actually supposed to do. You know, or he just used that the oil you spilt on one side of the earth to affect the other side of the earth. And that's, you know, like, you know, he just so that you can look at the thing that happened and say, ooh, look, I found the cause. It was not God. That's what you want to do. You want to find the cause so you do not have to say it is God doing it. You fools, you are tricked. You are fooled. Let me tell you what the mark of the beast is. And look, y'all keep your ears attentive, because what you're about to hear is getting ready to make a king revelation on your mind. The mark of the beast is simply this: man ignorant of God, or man not of God. And then the mark of God is this: man knowledgeable of God, man of God. I can already see who is and who is not ignorant of God, of the Father. I can already see. When I see that you don't know, I conclude you do not know. I conclude that you are in error. I can conclude that you are in sin, because you do not know God. It's impossible to not know God and be righteous at the same time. But it is possible to know God and be wicked, though. I'm going to tell you like this. It is possible to know God and be wicked. You know, and then anybody, even though they may be ignorant of the presence of not the presence of the of God, as in, you know, to say I see him, I know him, things like that, but somehow they can see the spirit of the Father. So in that, they are still, you know, trailing towards the righteous path, because the spirit of God is the thing that's leading and guiding them, and they sense God and wonder how they naturally are drifted towards them. I'm going to tell you like this: I cannot buy or sell or be wealthy and rich in this world if I am ignorant of God. If I am not ignorant of God. I have to be ignorant of God to buy and sell and to live a good life in this world. Am I not giving you a revelation? Can you not feel the knowledge penetrating your mind? The understanding? If I am ignorant of God. For the ignorance of God leads to death. Them that are ignorant of God, they look just as ignorant as the explanations that no one can really figure out. What the heck is this 666? Look, and even in another book I read, where the Antichrist had, you know, a brow that extended all the way from ear to ear, You know, one long brow, skinny-legged young lad, you know, with the mark on his head that he can't change, and at one point he changes his countenance to young and old and all this other stuff, and it just simply sounds like ignorance. When it comes down to trying to figure out who the heck look like that, it turns out to be ignorance looks like that. Disproportionate, not configured correctly, you know, ugly and anorexic and famished and all types of, you know, just bad smelling. That's what all ignorance looks like, that, you all. That's exactly what ignorance looks like. You a man but you want to be a woman but you want to be a man. That's what ignorance looks like. You not knowing how to decipher the creation of God rather than trying to make things out to be what you want it to be. That's what ignorance looks like, people. Out there killing your brother, murdering, out there taking all types of drugs, killing yourself, killing others, eating whatever you want to eat. All of that is what ignorance look like. And if I'm not ignorant of the word of the Most High, I have to live in poverty. I have to live in want, you know, because only the one who's knowledgeable of the Most High will already see the warning signs of everything that they desire, every direction that they desire to go in life. You will go into the entertainment industry and to start seeing all of the wickedness around you. If you are ignorant of the Most High, none of that will trouble you or affect you, okay? If you are knowledgeable of the Most High, all of that will cause you to turn around and stop, and you done lost your career in acting. Am I not helping these people out real quick, Lord, so that they can run to you and try to get as much knowledge of you as they possibly can so that they can be saved? For the greatest sin is ignorance of God. Don't y'all understand that? And thus that greatest sin has become your mark. I can see your ignorance of him because of the way you talk of him, because of what you do to him. Don't you understand you yourself are the image of God? And if you mutilate the image of God, you mutilate God. Even if you mutilate yourself, for you transgender, you are defiling the image of God as it was made. You cannot accept what was made of you, and so you cannot accept the image of God, even in hurting yourself. And I got a problem when you hurt yourself, because you are my brother, you are my sister. Listen at the love still that follows all of that rebuke. Ain't that crazy? Father, you got a crazy way of talking to these people through your servant. For we all desire to be servants of the Father. And that's all we need to be trying to do, is to strive to serve him and to get knowledgeable of him and to do his will, people. That's all he wants, is for his will to come forth. Even if it be in 2 or 3, I know that's what it says, but I guarantee you, even with that one who does all his righteousness or her righteousness in secret, and the Father sees and will bless openly. Understand this, y'all. You ignorant of God, I can see you from a mile away coming. You got a mark on your head. It's easy to spot. I can see your ignorance of him. You sit up here and you don't fear nothing that's getting ready to happen to you. You're not even looking for the word of God. So I can see that ignorance on you. You ignorant. And I could see it. And soon you're going to take an ignorant form, because you chose ignorance in life. A lot of y'all don't realize that y'all selling y'all souls out there for ignorance, right? For the level of ignorance that you say this is life, and you accept that level of ignorance where God is not present. That's you selling your soul right there. Y'all have absolutely no idea. A lot of y'all been walking ignorant of God, not trying to get the mark of God, which is the knowledge of the Father. I mean, when you got the mark of God, your words start to speak nothing but wisdom. Your your thoughts start to think nothing but good things, right? And your deeds starts to do wisely and good and just and true. You understand me? And then you connect with the angels, and then you soar beyond the stars and become one with the Father. Even while still here on earth. Ain't that crazy? Some respects, it's absolutely powerful. Just to walk and be fully secure with every step you take. Y'all ignorant. You who are wicked, I can literally say you stupid and be absolutely right. For y'all done lost the awareness of the Father. And that's the greatest stupidity in all of the earth. Is to be ignorant of God and accept your ignorance and talk about ignorance is bliss. That's how the ignorant who really feels that being ignorant is peaceful. You ignorant. You don't know nothing. Come on, bruh. You out there stepping on nails, and not knowing that you just stepped on a nail and now you bleeding to death. Ignorant. You saying to a dumb stone, talk and speak to me. Ignorant. Y'all talk to stones and woods and foolish things. You understand me? Talking about raise up or thou art my God. You ignorant. Brushing your teeth with rocks. Ignorant. Just out there killing yourself. I done seen ignorant creatures do ignorant things that cost them their ignorant lives because they lived ignorantly. Oh, but man of God, knowledgeable of God, 777, complete, is fully aware of the Most High, the Father, in all things. And therefore, being that the Father is in all things, the Father, it must be respected in all things. And therefore, you begin to respect all things and love all things and kill not. You understand me? Where you don't take the life of nothing because you did not have the power to give that thing its life. You don't have the right to take that life from that thing. And so you become, what, a vegan, right? You stop killing and stop putting any animal to usury because you see the God in that same animal. You don't say I kill it out of respect and it has the I have the right to take its life to feed my belly. No, it says in the scriptures for meat destroy not the work of God. Don't do it for me. Don't destroy his work for me. You don't have to destroy it when he's took his time to create a work. Don't you understand? That's the moment the Father began to create things to nourish us, that was him in the kitchen cooking. When he created the fruit for us to eat, he was in the kitchen cooking fruit. I don't know how you cook fruit. Well, you can cook fruit, but I mean, like, he cooked it in his way. But he was in the kitchen cooking herbs and spices and veggies and stuff like that for us to nourish and feed our bodies. So cooking it so well that he put all types of remedies within it to nourish man in the place where he specifically ails. And this is the Father cooking. See, he wouldn't have cooked no meat that if you eat it in great quantities, it begins to give you cancer and destroy you, right? He wouldn't cook nothing that has an ounce of destruction within it. It would every bit of it from the bottom to the top will be meant to nourish your body. And y'all cannot receive the cooking of the Father, right? His motherly power. Y'all won't eat from his hand, from his table. Y'all just gonna continue to ignore the fact that that's what he's doing. And a chef gets disrespected in his restaurant when he spend all his time cooking food for you and seasoning it just right, and it gets on your table and you add salt to it before you even taste it. That's exactly what you all are doing to the food, the produce, to the produce of the Most High. That's exactly what y'all doing. You all are throwing it aside. Not to say that you can't season it, but I'm just saying that you all are throwing his food. You are disrespecting his food by just simply not eating it, because he meant it for your own good. And you decided to create a form of food where you kill the beast in your utter shame and lower frequency of thought. You kill your beasts and you eat them, and yet you protect the one that you allow to stay in your house and love that one, and would feel hurtful if that one is killed. If that one in your house is killed, yet have no emotion when you see another animal killed and destroyed, even for the sake of your belly. You are a hypocrite. You are an absolute hypocrite and ignorant of the unity of God, and ignorant of God, and that is your mark. I can get it, and I can see it. When you kill, that is your mark of ignorance, because you have no idea that there is one who will repay for what you've done. Life for a life, sword for a sword. He is the one who issues that sword for a sword. We wasn't meant to do it. And I'm going to tell you why we wasn't meant to do it. Because he who is without sin must cast is the only one able to cast the first stone, the only stone. And the Most High himself, even greater, where Christ would say there's only one good. He is the one who executes judgment, and the Son issues a word. You understand me? Now you understand the operation, the inheritance of a son. He is the one who issues the word, and then the Father is the one who executes. Being son, his word would be according to the exact desire of the Most High at the time, and so the Son will issue that word, which is the word of the Father. Because the Son can do nothing on his own, but as he sees the Father doing, the Son does also. You understand me? You are all marked with ignorance. I can see that in your ignorance, you're able to be successful in this ignorant world. You're able to produce, buy, and sell in this ignorant world. You have a lot of friends in this ignorant world. I see that you're satisfied in this ignorant world. You get your lower passions pleased anytime they are thirsty and hungry and in want. In this ignorant world. I see all of your ignorant ways and your lower base ways, and I pray to the Father that you come out. Listen to all that follows with love. I pray that you all come out, and that you all desire to seek the knowledge of God, for the knowledge of God is the mark of the Father, for you cannot know him unless he allowed you to know him. Else he would keep you ignorant in your ignorant state, because some of us are going to be kept in ignorance, because some of us got to be judged, because it's righteous. The Most High, he can't let no one pay. Someone's got to pay for it, and the ones who are reprobate, they're the ones who are going to pay for all the sins, okay? And then some will pay whatever portion. Everyone will have a debt to pay, period. And the elect are the only ones choosing to pay their debt here and now, so that they can receive the kingdom of heaven here and now. Ignorance is the mark of God. And all those plagues are the plagues that you are all under. 10 plagues, okay? And even then some. But 10 plagues. You are all suffering right now. They are going to increase. And when you see this video, just know that in order for you to stop it, I am telling you now, seek out the righteous. Bless them. Turn this tide around. Begin to know the men of God. Because you are going to be thirsty and striving for them when they have to go to their place. And they are no longer in the world or anywhere nigh you. You need to bless them quickly. Search out the man of God, the one who has wisdom in the Most High. The one who knows him truly. And no man knows him who doesn't go all the way. You have to go all the way in the Most High to know him fully. People of God. To know his will. His will was spoken from the very beginning. He gave the first commandments according to his will. His most pure and holy will. Y'all look at me like I'm crazy. Y'all the crazy ones. But I know I love my Father. I mean, I really, really love my Father with every inch of my being. Peace and blessings. Shalom.